Hi guys and girls, I'm Obsidian Ant and welcome back to Elite Dangerous. Today we're taking a look at the beta patch 2.4, the return. Now do keep in mind that this doesn't contain the bulk of the content. All the Thargoid content, the narrative driven stuff, as well as much of the other content is going to arrive when this update hits the live servers. So for now we're taking a look at many of the other updates, and there is a good few of them. Some of them are some very impressive quality of life updates, and we get to that right now. One of the things you're going to notice almost straight away if you're there at the station is the Starport services. When you go to the mission board, look how quick it actually loads up now. It's more or less instant. Huge improvement. Very nice change indeed. The same is true for the passenger board. So let's very quickly try the mission board again then to show that it wasn't a fluke. There we go. And we can also have a look at the passenger lounge as well, which loads just as quick. So some impressive changes there. I think that's something a lot of people are going to like. Looking at the prices of the, looking at the rewards rather, of the passenger missions here though, they seem very high. I imagine that that's not going to make it to the live servers. 17 million for a very short trip there. Well, okay. Something else that is new is the distance to the destination station, and you saw that very briefly there. It's actually available on all mission types, and we're going to the mission board to have a bit of a closer look at that. So essentially what's going on here is that the missions now tell you the distance to the destination station, and that actually factors into the reward for the mission. If you take a look at a mission to Hutton Orbital, for example, it's going to be a very long distance, and that will give you a greater reward than a mission that's just 10 light seconds or even 100 light seconds away from the entry point. Right, so the mission board isn't the only thing that loads up a lot faster now. If we go to the galaxy map, you'll also see that loads up much faster. Now the galaxy map, as well as the system map, always used to be a bit of a pain. Took a very long time, at least for me, to load up. Just look at that. Massive improvement. Now that's not the only reason I opened up the galaxy map here. There's also something that every explorer is going to like quite a lot, I would imagine. So to check this out, let's jump over to Colonia. And if you've got a keen eye, you may have noticed it already on the UI. So Colonia is around about 22,000 light years away. Previously, to plot a course here, you'd have to do it in 1,000 light year increments, and that was a little bit of a pain. Right now, that has been dramatically increased, all the way up to 20,000 light years. So yep, you can plot a course right almost to the full distance of Colonia, and that route plotting is actually pretty fast considering the distances involved here. And there we go, nearly a 20,000 light year course plotted in. And if we jump here to the navigation panel, we can see how many jumps that actually is. Just over 480 jumps. So there's another option on the galaxy map as well. And this one allows us to factor in jet cone boosts. So any neutron star, any white dwarf along this route, it will try to plot it in as part of the course, allowing us to get the much improved jump range out of those particular stars. And here you can see on the nav panel that the navigation thing is replotting the route. So that will do so via using any nearby neutron stars or white dwarfs, like I say. And in just a moment, once it's completed the plotting, we should see the reduction in jumps. So it was just over 480 previously, and now you can see that's nearly 70 jumps less. Okay then, on to the next thing. This is the contacts panel, and right here there's now a search and rescue agent. It's a bit blued out. I should have probably gone for the default colours here. You may have been able to see it a little bit better, but you can make out here the various types of salvage that was previously illegal is now legal. And this is particularly good for things like occupied escape pods, because previously there was no way to legitimately hand them in. So I'll have a closer look at how search and rescue works in the next video. Right, another change here is to the livery options. Previously, you always had to leave the game to check them out, and whilst you still need to leave the game to make the purchase, you can actually preview any paint job or indeed any other store purchase actually in the game. So here, the ones with the grey background, or the paint jobs I actually already own. The ones with the gold background are ones that I don't own, and if you click on them you get the buy now option. That will take us to the Frontier store, but if we simply hover over them we can preview them, and that includes any of the paint jobs, which is a rather nice touch, I think. And this also applies to ship nameplates. You can actually go through all of these. In fact, there's a lot of new nameplates here. I haven't seen any of these. I've noticed they've been on the store, but I've not taken the time to check them out. And some of them are pretty nice, considering how plain the original ones were. And this preview functionality also works on the SRV as well. So here's something I know a lot of people are interested in checking out. These are the repair limpets. Now, whilst I'm not going to go and test them in this video, we'll save that for another video. We can have a look at them right here in the outfitting screen. Now, it might be a little bit difficult to see the dark blue, but as I scroll down the different grade of module here, you can see the stats that are changing. In particular, worthy of note is the repair capacity as well as the target range. Now, it's my understanding that these repair limpets are going to be ineffective during combat, which is probably a very good decision. But to get a good idea of it, we're going to head out a little bit later on and check that all out. So here's something else. This is the new synthesis options. We can actually manufacture limpets whilst we're out in space now using various materials. The nice thing here is that it actually uses materials that are relatively easy to find, although the cost of them is quite high. And we've also got the ability to synthesize chaff. Now, there's not just a single grade here. We've got basic, but we've also got standard and premium as well. Now, basic is fairly low cost, while standard comes at a slightly higher cost. Now, whilst standard doesn't give a boost of any type, what it does give you is a full resupply. Premium, on the other hand, gives you a 2-second boost to duration of the chaff. So, yep, that's going to be pretty useful. We can also synthesize heat sinks here. Now, this is going to be something very good for deep space explorers. All too often, you end up using these or taking more heat sinks than you actually need. So, standard comes with a 15% heat dissipation boost, and premium comes with a 30% heat dissipation boost. That's something I suspect a lot of people are going to like with combat, or not like, depending on your point of view, I guess. And now we can also synthesize life support. Some people may feel that these new synthesis abilities make the game a little bit easier, and whilst at the moment that is certainly true, there's the distinct possibility that the future is going to bring new dangers where these abilities are going to become rather essential. So then, that's a very brief look at some of the content that's in patch 2.4. I'll be back very shortly with another video to go into more detail on some of these and test out some of the new changes. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys and girls next time.